Morning everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we've got Jasen's 73 Montego in the shop here that you've seen before, and we've done a bunch of work on it. And today we're going to attempt to put in the front shocks. I know it's probably a simple job for a lot of you guys, but some of you guys have maybe never put on shocks on an older car, so we're going to show you how that's done. So I get the camera turned around on a tripod or whatever, and we'll start. We'll be right back. So first off, underneath the hood of the car here, we've got these little flaps down here you can see, and underneath the little flaps we have the upper shock mount right in here. I don't know if you can see that, and I'll bring you over here to the bench. We're going to put in these OES Spectrum shocks that Jasen's brought over. Again, we've got that top bolt to remove, and it's got all the new rubbers and bushings and mounts for the top, and we're going to have to use the original bolts at the bottom. We'll see if those come out without breaking. Sometimes they break, but we've got hardware to replace that if we need to. So I'll get the camera turned around again and maybe set up on a tripod, and we'll get in there, or I'll have Jasen hold the camera. We'll be right back. So I've taken my gloves off just to get down in here to show you this 9/16 nut down here, and then sometimes you've got to hold this top of the shock here with either a vice grip or another little flat wrench in here. And normally I put some of that super juice on here to break it, see if it'll break loose, and we'll see if this thing turns or not. We get in here. Well, look at that. So that's a good sign. This nut is actually turning, and we don't have to hold the top of it. So that's the best scenario that could have happened here. So I'll see if I can just spin this off. It's coming off all the way. I put some Croil on here before we started, so but normally these things are seized right on. They don't come off. So that completely came off. Excellent. So we'll get the car in the air, and we'll get the bridge jack probably to lift the car up, and we'll do this side, and then I'll do the other side. I won't bore you with the other side, but yeah, it looks like we've got success here already on the top, which is good to see. Now we've got both nuts undone and off on the top, and we have to undo these two bolts and save them. These might be the buggered ones to get out. It's hard to say, but we'll put a little bit of juice on them and see what happens on both sides. These shocks look, I don't know if they're original or not. They're painted red, so maybe some of you Ford guys can tell me if those are original shocks or they maybe been replaced once or twice or 3 times. It's hard to say, but we'll get some juice on there, and we'll get these busted loose and then bring them out from the bottom here. We might have to lift the car up a bit more, not sure, but we'll get right back. Okay, I get the light lined up here. These are the 2 bolts we're after. We squeezed some juice on there. Let's see, either these are going to break loose or break off. One-handed, folks. Oh, here. Let me just see here if I can get in here. Sorry about the weird camera angle. There we go. That one's out. We got to save those bolts. We need them again. And here we go. So there's the shock. On the ground, and all the bushings and all the parts. Well, that's what I like to see. So that fell exactly out, exactly what we wanted it to do. And I'll turn around and get the other side out. Spoiler, got it out already. So we'll pick up this stuff and we'll just slide the new ones in. I'll show you how that's done in a second. So these are the new parts. We've got the washers for the top and bottom, and we have the rubbers that go in here. So first off is that we put a washer on here, like so, and we put a rubber in, like so, and then we push this up into the car. So I'll just show you where we push it up into the car here. We'll just push it back up into this hole, like so, and it'll go right up through into the shock tower. Might have to wiggle this thing a little bit, like so, and then we'll get the bolts in it. So that's basically how you put that shock back into here. So I'll get the hardware or the bolts here again, and I'll push this up and get the bolts in, and then we'll bring you back to the top side. So again, I think these are replacements, but Jason kind of asked a good question. How do you kind of know that they're wore out or getting wore out? So we'll give it a push down here. And it pushes down pretty good, this one. And this one kind of returns there through the valving pretty quick. So, you know, that shock's kind of on its way out. If we take one of the new ones here, of course it always pushes down good. And see how slow this actually goes to the upper position there on the basically on the rebound. So that kind of tells you that these shocks, even though they're not too super bad yet, they're going that way, which gives the car a little bit of a spongy ride, that Uncle Buck sort of deal, on the way back up again. So it's a good choice to replace them. This still hasn't extended all the way out, so we know we've got a good pair of new shocks. So we've got those tightened up bottom, both sides. Now we'll let the car down and we'll button them up top there. So we'll get the car on the ground again and get back under the hood. But we should be good. There we have it. We've got the shock into there. I'm just going to pull that over a little bit and get that centered if we can. We should be able to get that centered in there, but it'll probably self-center itself. We'll see, but you can see they're back up into there now. And we'll get the top bushings on and the nuts, and we should be good to go. We'll be right back. Just another little tip you can see here. These bushings are really not symmetrical. You got the small hole here and this bigger space in here. And this bigger space, as you saw in the car, goes up towards the tower like this. So this will get flipped around and this will go down towards the tower. And then this will just go on top like so. So we'll get these back on. Make sure you use the new hardware. You never know if that's going to thread onto the new shocks properly or not. But again, if you got new hardware, you may as well use it. We'll get these buttoned up and we'll bring you back after that. So now we've got them all buttoned up in here. You know, we got basically an inch of purchase that's coming out of here on both sides. So at some point we don't want these bushings all squashed all to rat either. So, you know, when we do the rear shocks, we'll just double check these to make sure that they're still good. But it looks pretty good to me. Jason, give it a little bit of a bounce here. Let's just see what it looks like now. 1, 2, there. Excellent. Did you guys see that? Should we do that again? Maybe one more time. Let me just get this out of the way. Okay, give it a shake. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, so it's got a good rebound and a good shock there. So it looks like we got her done. So there we have the new front shocks put in the 73 Montego here at Jason's. And now he can ride down the highway and not worry about looking like Uncle Buck. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one later. Bye now.